Hello, brethren. Praise Jesus. Praise our Lord. Thank you for today. I thank God for us. I thank God for the gift of life and all He has done for us. Blessed be His own name. I have come again for us to talk about God's word again. Today I want us to talk about, to reflect on our mother, Hannah. Hannah, all that she went through, how is it related with us, what we are going through? Hannah had a problem of not having a child. That was Hannah's issue, major problem. She did not have another problem, but her problems surrounded her not having a child, even one. How can we reflect our situation as we face today to that one of Hannah? Hannah had a husband, Elkanah. Elkanah loved Hannah very much. She did not regret of not having a husband or a loving husband. Not only a husband, but a loving, caring husband. She had a husband. She never went without eating. Everything to eat was there. She had a house where to sleep. She had everything, but had only one problem. Of not having a child. For you, what do you have that you even thank God for blessing you? But there is one thing you're lacking in your life. One thing that you're lacking in your life. God has blessed you with everything. God has blessed your womb. Every man you sleep with, you get pregnant. Yes. But you have a problem. You cannot keep a husband. That is your problem. You may be having everything. God bless you with a good job. You have all the money in the world God has given you. You have built mansions. You have all different kinds of cars in your gate. But you don't have a husband. You don't have a wife. You have a problem. At least one problem like Hannah had. And this one has become like it has made you a laughing stock. Or something to give people a talk. That man is very rich. But you will never find a lady entering his house. Maybe you have a problem with your nature. Hannah had a problem of barrenness. What is your problem? How can you reflect your issue with that of Hannah? Let us read 1 Samuel 1 from 4. Whenever Elkanah offered his sacrifice, he always gave one share of the food to his wife Peninnah. Hannah had a co-wife called Peninnah, and a share of the food to each of Peninnah's children. Elkanah always gave an equal share of the food to Hannah. Look at this scenario. Your co-wife has children like 6. They are there. When she sits, the children are surrounding her. For you, you don't have even one. When the husband is buying gifts, he buys Peninnah, your co-wife, and all her children. For you, they bring you a gift for you alone. Do you know what it means? Do you know how it feels if you were in Hannah's situation, in Hannah's shoes? Do you know what it means? Gifts are spread all over Peninnah's children. For you, they bring one gift because you're alone. They cannot buy 6 gifts for Peninnah's children, and they also buy 6 gifts to bring for you for what? Who are you going to give them to? No one. Many of us have problems. We are in clans where people are rich. You were isolated because of your poverty situation. You cannot talk. You cannot discuss. You cannot give views. Because of your situation, when people are talking, you cannot talk. What are you going to talk? Do you know how it feels? What are you going to talk when people are talking? When men with the money are talking? What are you going to talk? Which advice are you going to give? Which suggestions are you going to give? Without money. Peninnah did not have a child. Hannah did not have a child. Your friends, your sisters, your brothers have vehicles, they drive. When they are going to the villages, they drive. For you, what are you driving? And where are you coming from? You even stay in the village. Where they come to visit is where you stay. So where you're driving to go, where even if it is a bicycle, you're going to ride it to where? That is where you stay. They left you to keep the clan land, to keep the clan house. That is where you even married your wife, you're producing children from. That is where you belong. Your situation is the same like the one Hannah had. Elkanah always gave the equal share of the food to Hannah. He did this because he loved her very much. The husband loved her. The husband loved her. Even though the Lord had not let Hannah have children, have any child or any children, Peninnah always upset Hannah and made her feel bad because the Lord had not made her able to have children. This is what we go through. Because we don't have money, we are mock. We become discussion for those who are rich. When you say, let me also try to promise something, I know God will bless me and I will pay the pledge. You fail. That it will give a base for people to discuss your poverty, your situation. Penina upset Hannah because she used it to laugh at her. Why do you laugh at people? Some of the people you laugh at, you even took their blessings. You know? Do you know some people twist your blessing, they take it. Again, they laugh at you. Penina used it to laugh at Hannah because of her situation. And this made her feel bad because the Lord had not made her able to have children. This happened every year when their family went to the Lord's house at Shiloh. Penina would upset Hannah so much that she would begin to cry and would not eat anything. You cannot eat. You cannot have appetite. There are some situations you even lose appetite. Even if they give you the best food, you have failed to eat, failed to eat, you cannot eat it, you cannot enjoy it. Because of how people laugh at you, they make you a laughing stock. They make you a ground of discussion. You cry. You ask yourself questions, you curse yourself. Many people end up even committing suicide because of situations. Other people are causing them. Hannah had a problem. He felt so hurt because of Penina. You may be having. But as someone who does not have does not mean he's not a human being or he caused it himself or herself. Sometimes it is God made. One day, God might remember that person. Life is a mystery. It's a mystery, you know? You may be having it today. I don't have. But you don't know what is tomorrow. God might bless me too. Learn to feel hurt for those who are hurting. Feel pity for those who are hurting. God tells us to mourn with those who mourn. Laugh with those who laugh. When someone is in a problem, you need your encouragement, not laughing. Penina laughed at Hannah. She hurt her. Why do you hurt people? Some situations are not called for. You don't call that situation to come in your life. That situation you don't even wish your enemy. You know? Like a situation of barrenness, can you wish it to anyone? Even if your enemy. Everyone needs a child. Poverty, can you wish poverty to even your enemy? Some of you even wish others to die. Can you wish death to a person, even if it's your enemy? God asks us to pray for our enemies so that they can survive and see us progress. Again, you pray for people to die. Penina hurt Hannah so hard. One year when this happened, her husband Elkanah said to her, Hannah, why are you crying? Why won't you eat? Why are you so sad? You have me. Having all those riches when you don't have children does not help. Having a husband when you don't have children. Having a husband when you don't have peace of mind does not help. You know? Isn't that better than having even 10 sons? That is what the husband thought. That having him was enough. Was enough. Some people don't know how we feel staying in the situations we stay in because they don't know how it feels. This man did not know how Hannah was feeling because he's a man. He doesn't know what it means. First of all, he had children with the other wife. So why couldn't he talk like this? Why are you crying? Don't you have me? Having means not even more 100 times having 10 sons. How can you compare that yourself to me having children? Even the husbands we have, they don't feel our pain. What does it mean? Only God feels our pain. Even the husband you have, you call a friend, you sleep with in the same blanket, does not feel your pain. Because Elkanah could not talk like this to Hannah. Having means not better than you having 10 sons. How can you compare that? First of all, you have children with another woman. So it is better to compare. It is okay for you to compare. After eating and drinking, Hannah quietly got up and went to pray to the Lord. Some situation need us to pray. We have to pray to the Lord. The priest was sitting on the chair near the door of the Lord's holy building. Hannah was so sad that she cried the whole time she was praying to the Lord. Cry. Cry to the Lord. Show the Lord how hurt you are. Cry to the Lord in prayer. It is okay to cry before God. That tearful prayer is hard. God wants it so much. Cry. God, I'm tired of this situation. God, I'm tired of renting. God, I'm tired. I'm tired of people laughing at me. God, I'm tired. I am tired. I am fed up. Hannah cried. Hannah cried. But did not cry to her husband. She cried to God. Kneel down before God. Cry out your situation. Tell him your problem. Explain it. Is ready to listen to you. He knows it, but he wants you to talk. He wants you to tell him. He knows everything, but he wants you with your mouth to tell him about your situation. I don't know the situation you're going through right now, but you know it. Tell God your situation. Hannah told God her situation. He cried it out. She made a special promise to God and said, when you're in a situation you want to go through, promise God, God, if you do this for me, I'll never leave you. God, if you do this for me, I'll do this. God, if you pay for me this debt, God, I'll do this. God, if you bless me in this area, I'll do this. Hannah promised God. Lord all-powerful, you can see how sad I am. Remember me. Don't forget me. If you will give me a son, one son. She did not ask for many. If you give me a son, remember what you ask God is what he gives you. What you ask God is what he gives you. I will give him to you. If you give me a son, I will give it to you. You remember Abraham with Isaac. When God asked Isaac to sacrifice asked Abraham to sacrifice his son, Abraham was ready. He was ready to sacrifice his son. So Hannah also said, if you give me a son, I'll give him to you. He will be yours his whole life. Meaning God could use him in any way he wants. You know? And as an Nazarite, he will not drink wine or strong drink, and no one will ever cut his hair. Those were the promises of Hannah to God. If you give me a son, I'll give him to you. He will be yours the rest of his life. And I will make sure he will not drink beers, he will not drink wines, he will not drink anything. And no one will touch his head that is cutting off his hair. Those are the promises Hannah gave God. He promised God, if he blesses him, also give a promise. God, if you give me a job, God, I will give you my first fruit. My first salary, I will give it to you, Father. Bless me with a job, Father, a good job. If you give me this job, I will be using a part of the money to support your work in the church. Promise God. If you give me a job, I will be using part of that money to take care of the old people in my village. I will be taking care of at least one child, an orphan. Promise God something. Promise God something as Hannah promised. We just ask God to give us, to give us, to give us. We don't promise to give him back. This can move God. Oh, my child, I say, if I give her a job, she will do this for me. It's okay. Let me open my store for the job so that I can give her a big job that can make her maintain her promise. Promise God. When you ask for something, promise God. God, if you do this for me, I will do this. Okay? Hannah prayed to the Lord a long time. Eli was watching her mouth while she was praying. Hannah was praying in her heart. Her lips were moving, but since she did not say the words out loudly, Eli thought she was drunk. Some situations make us run mad, like we are mad. They even call us mad. There's a woman who gave a testimony. They used to call her a woman, a mad woman of 3 children, but because of her situation, she could sleep in church. She could move to church barefooted with her 3 children. But now she's moving countries after God blessed her. Those who called her mad, they are now silent. Those who are calling you poor now, they will be silent. Those who are they are calling you barren, they will be silent. Those who are calling you a tenant and they are demanding you rent like nothing, they will be silent one day. God is not man. When you promise God something, when you ask him for something, he gives it to you. They will be silent. Let us see. Hannah answered, "Sir, I have not drunk." Eli thought she was drunk. He said to her, "You have had too much to drink. It is time to put away the wine." Hannah answered, "Sir, I have not drunk any wine or beer. I am deeply troubled. And I was telling the Lord about all my problems. Don't think I am a bad woman. I have been praying too so long because I have so many troubles. And I am very sad. Pray to God. Pray to God. Don't mind people who talk. Don't mind about anyone who speaks against you. When we become born again, many people are thinking we are mad, we have run mad, we have failed. Yes, it is okay. We have failed. We have become fools. But God sees us as wise ones. It is okay. Let them talk. Let them speak about you. Let them discuss you. Let them laugh at you. But it is okay. One day, they will shut up. Elkanah answered, "Go in peace. May the God of Israel give you what you asked for." Hannah said, "May you be happy with me." Then she left and ate something. She was not sad anymore. Early in the morning, Elkanah's family got up, they worshipped the Lord, and then went back home. Elkanah had a sexual relationship with his wife Hannah. After Hannah prayed, her husband had a sexual relationship with her. Hannah and the Lord with Hannah, and the Lord remembered Hannah. You see the meaning of praying, crying, persisting. God remembered Hannah after years. By that time, the following year, Hannah had become pregnant and had a son. She named him Samuel. She said, his name is Samuel because I asked the Lord for him. This is Samuel. Peninnah, Hannah's co-wife, had many children, very many children, but God blessed Hannah with one son who became prominent, a prophet in Israel. God remembered Hannah and gave her one son. Hannah named him Samuel. Do you know what Samuel did for Israel? None of Peninnah's children were had in the Bible, nowhere. God is going to bless you with the one blessing that is going to shut all the enemies. God is going to bless you with the one Samuel that will shut all your enemies, that will shut all their blessings they have, that they will shut everything they have been calling valuable. God is not man. The way God blessed Hannah with Samuel is the way God is going to bless you with the one blessing. And He will cater for all your entire life. One blessing. Ask God in sincerity, and He's going to do it for you. The way God blessed Hannah, I promise you, and I pray for you, God is going to bless you. God is going to bless you with a blessing that will shake your neighborhood. There will just be people to see you, to look at you. They will be ashamed. May God bless you with whatever you want. Anything you lack, ask God. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day. Amen.